Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Luca Bay, and today we're gonna be reacting to one of Patrick CC's latest videos, Why Everyone Hates JoJo Siwa. This is one of those that I haven't seen yet, and I barely know this girl as it is. We've reacted to the Meat Canyon.
One. Come as a bitch. I should have known better. If I had a wish, you would never mess around. I saw a picture of you and I twin.
And I know that she was on Disney Channel, but besides that, I don't know what else she does and why people hate her. So we're just gonna get straight into it.
One of the biggest challenges of the child star curse is transitioning from their youthful identity to adulthood while still appealing to and respecting their young fan base. JoJo Siwa has recently faced major backlash for her attempted switch from a bright-eyed, smiley, and colorful tween role model to a rebellious, edgy, and provocative pop star. But the animosity towards JoJo is understandable because...
Wait, isn't that the case with all Disney kids though? It happens to a majority of them, so why are people surprised it happened to her? I don't know.
This transition is obviously disingenuous. Today, I am going to break down exactly why JoJo Siwa's transition is failing miserably and prove that even she doesn't believe in her new bad girl persona. For Siwa's entire life, she was known as a positive, hardworking, and charismatic dancer who rose to fame through
This is what I mainly remember.
reality TV show Dance Moms. JoJo used her youth fame to grow her YouTube channel and social media presence. At nearly 13 years old, Siwa released her hit single Boomerang, an upbeat song that addresses childhood bullying. The song would go on to earn a 2x platinum certification, and the music video has accumulated over 1 billion views. From there, the 14-year-old signed to Nickelodeon, appearing in children's television shows like Bizaardvark and The Thundermans, as well as
that's probably where I
specials
recognize her
and
from.
shows. She became a modern
The
Nickelodeon
Thundermans.
superstar, releasing various songs, TV shows, TV movies, and performing sold-out concert tours in stadiums around the world. She even launched her own merchandise line of JoJo's bows. The lucrative business venture reportedly sold more than 80 million bows from 2016 to 2020, equating to well over $400 million.
She's about her bag.
By the time she was 17,
That's for
she
sure.
was filthy rich and was a positive influence on her millions of young girl fans all around the world. Naturally, while entering adulthood, child stars start to think about how long they can or want to appeal to children. JoJo's more mature gigs were competing on Dancing with the Stars and becoming a judge on So You Think You Can Dance. But those mature audiences
when the hell did this
struggled to take her
happen?
seriously as a judge, even though she had over a decade of dance experience and was sporting a new adult-like pixie cut.
She looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Can't get over that. Oh man, this literally looks like Ellen. That's her little sister.
Adult-like pixie cut. Plus, being a judge on these dance shows is typically a job someone takes when they are past their prime. Siwa's fans were suspicious of her transition while she began rolling out her newest single, Karma. In February of 2024, JoJo posted a photo of her.
This is what I kept seeing people like make fun of online. Honestly, this is where the person, like, you hear about them in the beginning, like when she was on Disney Channel, and then you don't hear about her at all, and then out of nowhere you see something like this pop up and everyone's all going crazy over it, and I'm just like, who is this?
Arm. She also posted a video on TikTok showing those tattoos, which were fake, by the way. Shortly after, she posted a series of 9 photos on Instagram, each with one-word captions that, in order, read, "See you in 1 month. Remember, karma's a bitch." Considering that everything she had ever posted on Instagram was a 4K quality photo of her smiling and wearing bright colors, the grainy, dim-lit photos with one curse word in the caption was actually a drastic change. I think JoJo is in her era. It looks so illegal to see JoJo putting a curse word on her captions. She's in her Miley Cyrus era. I'm torn. My daughter likes rainbows and bows, Joe.
I never understood why people make this such a weird thing. Like, it's a kid growing up. Why wouldn't they get into new things and try different, we all did the same thing when we were younger. So I just never understand whenever I see people online in the comment sections this invested in another person's life. It just doesn't make sense to me.
JoJo, but I'm invested in this JoJo. I want to know what's happening. The following week, she posted this celebratory video with the caption, "My last week being a child star." But the official transition marks when she posted this warning video to TikTok.
Warning, the following content is is not made for children and may be disturbing or offensive to some viewers. May contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, traumatic scenarios,
Oh, what the
and
hell?
flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised.
She would later explain the
How old
warning
was
in a
she at the
video
time?
that it was important to me to give that heads up and be like, look, if you follow along, that's all you. If you want to go, now's your time. This was JoJo's way of formally letting the parents of her young fans know that she is not the kid-friendly star anymore.
A new era of life, we're becoming an adult.
Yeah.
How many kids are gonna pop out today?
Yeah.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
My most massive inspiration is
Wild.
no one has made this
I'm already questioning why I'm
much
watching
of a
this
change.
now.
No one has made in my generation this extreme of a switch, and I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's gotta do it.
Now, I'm not really sure what counts as JoJo's generation, but she was making some huge claims here.
That's what I'm
could
saying.
This extreme switch be? When she finally teased the intro of her
What is
song,
that
the
dance?
comments absolutely eviscerated her. But before we dig deeper, have you ever Googled your name and seen yourself on one of those strange sites?
Nice little ad, my guy, but respectfully, I'm okay.
Zara. When JoJo Siwa finally previewed her highly anticipated song, people in the comments were ruthless. It sounds like Spotify ads. Is this literally Lab Rats music? It sounds like Fortnite default emote music. This is Party Rock Anthem. The beginning of her song starts
they're
out with
doing
the
her
lyrics,
dirty.
I was a bad girl. I did some bad things. And she also says that she was a wild child, which just led to more and more negative reactions in the comment sections. The song was most definitely viral before it even got released, but not because people were dying to hear it. It's because people were making fun of it. Yet
Right,
JoJo
right.
claimed that something crazier was still going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why I even heard of it was because people were making fun of it online, not because it was like people were hyping this up and everyone was liking it and it was just passing it along. But yeah, I was just like, what's going on? Ain't she like 17, 18? Like, or probably not even that. She's probably younger than that. So I don't understand why people get this invested in kids, celebrities, just celebrities in general. Like, live your own life.
Talking about the song, oh, this about the song, that about the song. No one's even questioned the music video yet. I'm about to start sharing some things from the music video, and that's where shit gets real crazy.
But then when she started
What?
sharing the music video snippets, I guess the craziness was supposed to be the sensual dancing, or maybe this Blades of Glory inspired outfit, or maybe the Kiss inspired makeup, or maybe that the setting is on the island above Bikini Bottom. Adults looking at JoJo's imagery ironically look at this like a kid who's trying so hard to be an adult that it just makes her look even more like an uncomfortable kid.
Some of the most respected people in the world have come up to me and been like, what you're doing right now is so right. It is so right. It is what the world needs. Like, I am learning from what you're doing.
Who are these people? Name drop them.
Yesterday, heard it from Megan Trainor a few days ago. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. The
Congratulations, you played yourself.
support from people like that.
But again, no matter how much she tried to build up hype, people couldn't be less enthusiastic about this release. And JoJo's attempts at being a badass just gave the internet
Oh my
more
God.
fuel to make fun of her.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes. Oh?
Finally, the song dropped on April 5th, which accompanied an interview where JoJo claims that she was
She
doing
sounds
something
like a
groundbreaking.
video game
There's
character.
never really been an influencer child star turned into musician adult star.
She then went on to say that she believes this song is the first step in inventing a new genre.
What would you call the genre?
The genre is, I said it back in the day when I first signed with Columbia, I said I wanted to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well,
called gay pop. And they were like,
Not only is the
How
child
is
star
that?
turned pop star extremely common, but the song she released is structured exactly like any other dancey, chanty, power chord driven pop song reminiscent of the likes of Lady Gaga, Kesha, Carly Rae Jepsen, etc. Less than a week
Right,
later,
right.
she corrected her statement, telling TMZ that she definitely was not the inventor of the style, but rather wanted to be a piece in making it bigger than it already is.
Okay, okay. That's why I'm waiting to pause it before, I said anything, because I was like, isn't gay pop already a thing? Like, you didn't invent that. But for her to say that she's just trying to, like make it trendy, like make it more popular than it already is, okay, I can respect that.
Walking back her
But let's not deny the fact that her new style is just like any, basic radio music, trendy, pop song.
comments was her first misstep. She hyped up this era like she was doing something generational. She should have just doubled down on her statements and been like, yeah, I invented gay pop, what are y'all gonna do about it? We all agree it's a ludicrous statement, but she already said it, so now you gotta stand on it. Don't be all like, oh no, this is what I actually meant. Badasses don't explain themselves.
Right,
However,
right.
things got even worse for JoJo when TikTokers realized she didn't write the song. When analyzing the credits on Spotify, you will notice that Desmond Child, Timbaland, Antonina Armato, and Tim James are credited as the writers, and Rock Mafia as the producers.
Damn.
Antonina Armato is a well-respected songwriter who wrote hits like This Love by Maroon 5 and The Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez. Armato also wrote for Miley Cyrus during her Disney Channel era. Because of this, people suspected that the song was originally written for Miley's breakout moment into adulthood, and they also found this 2012 tweet that may have supported that theory.
Her great collaboration with Karma's bitch. Forget me, bitch. Oh, damn. Maybe, that's crazy. I didn't want to say it, but the Kiss inspired outfit that JoJo was rocking, it did look a lot like not a lot like it, but kind of like Miley's outfit in, I think the video was Can't Be Tamed or Fly on the Wall. It was one of those, but it was around that era when she was breaking out of Disney and like, leaving Hannah Montana and all that. So I can kind of see the similarities if it was written for her.
Driven pop was like she was doing something generational. She should agree it's a ludicrous. Oh, this is first for JoJo when TikTokers realized Child Tink Mafia like This Love from Miley Cyrus during her Disney Channel into adulthood, and they also found this 2012 tweet that may have supported that theory. Big thanks to Timbaland and Rock Mafia for a great collaboration on #Karma's a Bitch. And then Miley responded and said, "Don't forget me, bitch." But Miley never released a song called Karma, and we don't even know if she ever recorded a demo for this song. We would later find out that Britt Smith, an artist basically nobody has ever heard of, was actually meant to release Karma back in 2012.
Rock Mafia back in the day. It was supposed to be my first single. Things changed and I went with Provocative instead, and shouldn't have done that really. We should have gone with Karma. That was my first choice, but label things got in the way and I kind of was led in that direction, and we went with Provocative, and then I left the industry after that.
Britt and JoJo's versions are almost
they had such a tight hold on her career, and they just kind of put all their chips on the newer star, like the newer younger person, and just threw her out of there. So that's kind of fucked up. But I'm kind of glad that she didn't wait too long to leave. Like, she picked up after the first one, like Provocative, like, all right, maybe this isn't for me. This is a terrible song. This company, doesn't have my best interests at heart. So, I mean, I don't even blame her.
Exactly the same. The lyrics are word for word the same, and the structure of the song is nearly one-to-one. But Britt's version is so much more dynamic. It is less power pop driven and feels more like a classic 90s/early 2000s dance banger. Plus, Britt is a better vocal performer. But once this information came to light, TikTok exploded with viral videos claiming JoJo stole this song. The narrative shifted from JoJo is cringe to JoJo is cringe and a thief. The craziest part of this whole situation is that Britt Smith got approval to release her version of the song just 1 week after JoJo released hers. Fans liked Britt's version so much it nearly outstreamed JoJo's, securing 5 million streams and reaching number 6 on Spotify's Viral 50 charts. Britt Smith's version also peaked at number 8 on the US iTunes pop chart, surpassing Siwa's, which peaked at 89 and failed to reach the Billboard Hot 100. Britt Smith literally made a come up off people hating JoJo Siwa. JoJo previewed another unreleased song which was immediately labeled as stolen within hours of playing it for her fans.
This next song is called Choose Your Fighter.
TikTok users immediately remembered a different artist called Emmeline who previewed the exact same song in 2022.
Oh shit.
Emmeline
Bro,
responded
caught
to the leak
red-handed.
with this comment.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you at 4K?
I actually didn't sign off on it coming out with JoJo. Not her fault. If my version gets love, I can still put it out after hers. It's unclear what Emmeline meant by this, and she didn't end up explaining it further. But then Siwa finally responded to the comments of her allegedly stealing her songs.
Background on Karma, honestly, it's an old song. I was pitched it. I loved it, was obsessed with it, so I grasped onto it.
Why not that instead of a new song?
No, that's a very normal thing. A lot of songs are
Okay.
What happens is people write songs and then they just don't do anything with them, and then a few years later it makes more sense for another artist. No.
Did you steal it from Britt Smith?
I did not steal anything. There's no such thing as stealing.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to say she didn't steal it, but the studio knew what they were doing when they had this song written, you know, and they had allowed Britt Smith to already record it and release it like a week after JoJo's. Like, why did they allow both artists to use the same song, knowing, you know, the previous allegations that she had on her for stealing someone else's song? It just doesn't make sense to me. And then how can you blame JoJo for that? Because she's just the artist in all of it. I mean, she could probably say no, but I mean, it's literally a kid. Like, I'm pretty sure all the adults were like, oh, you know, buttered her up and was like, oh yeah, this is a good song. You know, you should take it. Da, da, da. The kids will love it. Blah, 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 blah. So she probably just went with the flow on that. That's what it seems like. But everyone just came kind of like crashing down on her and criticizing her for it.
No, I've seen the thing about the one Choose Your Fighter, one of my other songs. But no, that's the same situation. Somebody else did write it. I did not write the song. And
You got the rights to it.
But I have the rights to it.
JoJo did not steal these songs. It is common for artists to not write their own music and have music that other people wrote pitched to them. Most of the time, songwriters make a batch of songs and send them out to multiple artists, and whoever is the first to buy the rights and release the song publicly is the legal owner of that song. 99% of your favorite artists have worked with songwriters. The one caveat to this is that JoJo's preview of her Choose Your Fighter song was not even her voice, so she didn't record her version of it yet and previewed it thinking nobody would realize it isn't her singing. But JoJo is being way too open about her lack of songwriting.
It's okay. I knew it sounded like similar, like it was like, I thought she just copied it, like she sang her own version of it and they just made it sound the same. I didn't know it was literally the same exact song. That's even worse. Oh man, I don't know how you can come back from something like that, especially when you get exposed for it online.
Playing the bad girl while trying to explain, no, you guys don't understand how the industry works. I'm not a songwriter, I'm just a performer. When has any major pop artist ever explained exactly how they don't write their music? It ruins the aura, the mystique of being an artist. How is anyone supposed to connect with your lyrics and brand after you blatantly said you don't write your words? Like, we know that you and every other pop star in history don't write their own songs, but don't say it. And you can tell even she knows she shouldn't talk about it. Because listen to her stutter and hesitate to speak on her writers in this interview.
Honestly, I wrote this rap song called "The Lies Sound Better." I told my writer, I was like, look, faster than Busta Rhymes. I was like, challenge me.
But the main reason why nobody is taking her seriously is because she is trying to push this bad girl era, but everything she does just proves that this persona is not genuine. Firstly, let's just get this out
What
of the
the
way.
fuck
The
is
Kiss-inspired
going on
makeup has to be
in
the
this photo? Nah, she looks crazy.
least authentic thing any rebellious person would ever do. Then again, it's perfectly fitting because Kiss was basically a glorified children's band. Their music was considered badass and rebellious if you were ages 8 to 13 in 1975, which are likely the ages of people that currently think JoJo Siwa is badass and serving rock star looks. JoJo expressed that her goal was for her bad girl moment to be reminiscent of Miley Cyrus's bangers moment.
When I was 8 is when Miley had her bangers moment. And I was like, all I want is to have that one day. Like, I want that. And honestly, since I was like 15, like my whole like inner circle has been like talking about it and like getting excited for it.
JoJo even copies Miley's signature tongue out pose, which, if you can believe it, was controversial in 2013. And
yeah, just be yourself.
Legend, but it's important for JoJo to recognize that Miley was actually bad. Like, Miley was smoking salvia out of bongs, twerking on Robin Thicke at the MTV VMAs, wearing basically no clothing for all her public appearances in 2013. She was taking extreme risks and got so much backlash for it. The fans, the media, and other celebrities called her trashy, a stripper, pathetic, every horrible name to rebuke her antics. And Miley did not care to explain herself nor satisfy anyone. She just kept doing her thing because she felt so trapped behind the child star brand for years. Miley constantly detailed in interviews how she resented the Hannah Montana character. She hated wearing the wig. She hated doing the press.
She hated that?
She felt like a fraud to her young fan base. Miley was trying to do whatever she could to escape the Disney image, even if it meant losing her young fans and the financial benefits that came with it. She even tied $1 million merchandising deal with Walmart in the works that she lost due to her antics, and she did not care. You could say in hindsight that what she was doing was trashy, but it was at least authentic. It seems like JoJo is talking up this transition more than fully diving in. Even the tattoos on her arm were fake. Well, most of them were. Just furthering the idea that she is half committed. She seems half committed because maybe she doesn't want to lose all her previous fans that made her a multi-millionaire. Remember, she sold $400 million in bows. Maybe she thinks she will be able to draw on her face, do a promiscuous dance, and sell $400 million in records. But music is way different than TV or even dance. It's not even about talent. It's about depth, lifestyle, attitude, parasocial connections through lyrics and mystique, all of which are extremely difficult to fake, and people know JoJo is not actually a badass. Like, look at this video of what she claims is a reckless or unhinged statement.
Last few weeks, the internet has definitely made me feel like I'm a f***ing psychopath. I realized something. I am a f***ing psychopath.
What?
And this is some shit that only I can do.
She really thinks calling herself a psychopath is some rock star shit.
That's why I was like, I'm kind of confused. Like, I didn't comprehend that.
To lack the understanding that she doesn't get to declare herself as badass and iconic. Other people have to do that for her. It's like declaring yourself a legend or putting yourself in the Hall of Fame. You don't get to do that. Other people determine your public perception. It's like she wants the credit before ever putting in the work. Plus, she has the money, time, and resources to actually put in the work. Put in the 10,000 hours to grow and change into the artist that she claims she can be.
Right. She's still young though, so I mean, it's still possible for her to, like, you know, find herself, and hopefully everyone, you know, will get off her back and she'll be able to find herself without coming off as like a complete ripoff of another star.
Ever claim to be a singer?
Yeah.
But I will claim to be an artist.
Okay.
I am giving the world art, and they might not like it.
Right.
They might hate it, but they're enjoying it. And it's become a bit of a guilty pleasure for everyone.
But she likely has agents, managers, and yes men saying, no, you can do this. You can be whatever you want.
Yeah, it's cringy as hell, but she does have a point. You know, it's her art. This is how she's expressing herself. So it's like, for someone to get so invested into what she's doing and to, you know, go out of their way every single day to be like, oh, I don't like this about her. You know, it's cringy, da-da-da-da. It's like, why are you wasting so much energy on this little thing, you know? Just let her do her, and you do you. That's all. It just doesn't make sense to me, though.
Yeah, wrap your Lamborghini Urus with PNG cutouts of your face. That's what all 20-year-olds wish they could do.
Nah,
but
that's
easily
that's
the one thing
that's
cutouts of your
OD.
face. That's what all 20-year-olds wish they could do. But easily the one thing she did that diminished all her credibility during this transition is straight up admit that she was never bad.
I got pitched this song, Karma, and its first word is I was a bad girl, and I was like, oh, it's a good song. I was like, but I can't say that. I can't say I'm a bad girl. I'm not. I was 18, fresh off of my Dream the Tour, and I was like, I can't say I sang Every Girl's a Super Girl last week. Like, I can't sing I was a bad girl this week. It doesn't work.
How is anyone supposed to believe in your new image when you don't even believe in it yourself?
Right. Damn, that was a good video. You know, Patrick CC never ceases to amaze me. Gotta give him another like. Shout out to him. And, you know, who knows with this JoJo Siwa situation, maybe she'll eventually find herself. And hopefully everyone will learn to, you know, get off her line and just worry about themselves. But, yeah, that's it for today's video. You know what they always say, it's always a good day for your boy Luca Bay. And I'll see you guys next time.